I feel I'm down the bar. I've been around the world. I couldn't find a girl, so I'ma stick to getting money.
Guys, it's always important to make sure your mic's unmuted. Hey, what's up, video teacher? It's your boy Noivern Nation. I'm okay gonna put that intro in. That was funny as heck. But we're here, guys. We're here with another team prep. This is one of 4 that are going up today. You already saw one, and I'm uploading another one in a few. I'm actually gonna throw the hood on. I'm feeling hoodie in this video. I haven't used this. This is a different hoodie because I finished the draft that we were supposed to. Because I said we are gonna upload 3 or 4 today as of the first video, so we ended up going with 4. This is gonna be the second one, or no, this is gonna be the third one. Actually, this is gonna be the third one going up today. But fun fact, guys, I should exit out of here because I don't need this anymore. Am I on the wrong side? Nope, I'm on the right side. We're here with something special. Me and Ayeee, we were getting into communications, and he's talking about how he really wants to be in a chill showdown league, and I was like, you know what? I'd be down. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm already in like 3 other leagues, but no big deal. I'll do another one. I'm actually in like 6 right now. This is ridiculous, but I have the time to do it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it done. I am dedicated to all the leagues that I'm in, and I really want to have a blast doing all of them. So I do insist that I will have fun. I only have classes 2 days a week, so that should be okay. I don't work right now, which is cool and all. I mean, it sucks, but it's good anyway. I have time. But so we're good on that. Yeah. So this is the ABA. And if from a long time ago, if y'all remember, the ABA was my league that I created. It still is my league that I created. I am the commissioner of the ABA, which is dope. But I will have the commissioner's curse, and I will go 0-5 and then win every other game for the rest of the season. Just so throw y'all out there. First 5 weeks, I promise you guys will all beat me. But after that, I'm not losing. Okay? Cool. Anyway. And if you don't understand that, you haven't been on my channel long enough, A, and B, I did that in my league. It was pretty lit. But anyway, we're here. And I drafted a pretty mean, lean team, and I was actually going for like some actual skill on this team. It got weird late draft because I wasn't really paying attention. I got skipped, so I had to skip up my last like 4. Pick up my last 4, or last few out of there. I don't know. I was feeling weird when I picked up my mons, but it's okay. I had 1 goal and 1 goal only: get a weather, and get mons to support the weather. So this is what I ended up doing, and I'm pretty happy with this team. So we're gonna switch over to showdown, and we're gonna pick it off with my very first pick. I had the 3rd pick in the draft. I think it was Tyler with the 1st pick. I can't remember who else. I don't remember. I think Eric, the Reno Reggies, had the 2nd pick. Then it was me, and Ayeee was after me. I remember that. So we just battled these mons in the NPL, so I was like, you know what, we're scooping up Driller. I never get to use Excadrill, and I was really excited when I saw it available, so I was like, we're snagging Excadrill. I have Excadrill in 2 leagues now, I'm pretty sure. I'm really hyped to use Excadrill. Excadrill is a really good Pokemon. You already know what it can do. It can hit it can be Life Orb, Sand Rush, I can Mold Break, hit things with Earthquakes, hit things with Iron Heads, and it's just such a great hard-hitting mon. Poison Jab it gets access to, but we're never going to really need that. Maybe for grass types, but that's not really it. Rock Slide, again, Swords Dance. If you want to run a defensive one, you can necessarily with Rapid Spin. It has the HP to be able to be decently defensive, but it does have the speed to be hard hitting and be Life Orb, Choice Bandit, Choice Scarf. It can do a lot of things. But then I went around and I was looking at the mons, and I was like, I really want to use this mon again, and it's one of my favorite freaking Pokemon in League format. I like Venusaur a lot, but I really like Amoonguss a lot more, so I went and scooped up Amoonguss. I actually sniped Eric. That's why he was picked right after me, going back up the ladder, so I was like, oh, I sniped him. I actually sniped him on the way up, and it was pretty cool. I was really happy to snipe him because I really wanted Amoonguss on my team because I wanted to pull out a Regenerator core this season. I love this team though. I'm gonna keep it 100. Ayeee drafted some basic heat, but this thing is like Spore, Sludge Bomb, Foul Play. It could be physical or special if you really wanted to, but mostly it's here to be defensive and hit things with Spore and synthesize up and toxic stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, that's really what Amoonguss is here for, mostly to be your part of the Regenerator core that I want to run this season. But we got Gus Gus. Gus Gus! That's his name! Gus Gus! Gus Gus the Amoonguss! Anyway, so next up I went with something really out of the blue. I was like, you know what? This is a Regenerator Mon, and you know what? I've never used it before, so we went ahead and snagged up a Psychic type really early, and we went ahead and snagged Reuniclus. And I was like, it's not bad. And plus I want to run a Weather team with Sand, so Overcoat wouldn't be bad, so it can not take damage from that, and it can take spores and stuff like that. So I went ahead and drafted another Regenerator Mon way later. But yeah, like it can take all the powder moves, not be affected by them. It gets Magic Guard so that it can be stealth, like its stealth rocks aren't affected. So it really actually fits really well with my team. Reuniclus, I didn't realize Overcoat was a thing until literally just now. So Sandstorm really helps out a lot. And it, you know, a Calm Mind, what's there for a really well played Calm Mind? It gets Explosion, which is kind of lit. I didn't know that, but I'm not gonna run it. Calm Mind, Focus Blast, Psy Shock, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, Thunder. I don't know. I might run Thunder. Who knows? It gets access to Calm Mind, which like Calm Mind is so scary. It gets Flash Cannon, which is kind of cool, but that's scary. You know, Calm Mind's always scary, especially on Reuniclus. But next up we have our Sand Setter, and I decided to go ahead and go with our Mega as our Sand Setter as I draft Mega T-Tar as our next pick. Did I pick who my Z-Mon was going to be? We haven't dropped Z-Mons yet. I should get on that. I'm the commissioner. Idiot. I haven't picked a Z-Mon yet. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with Excadrill. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, maybe not. I might go with someone else. Obviously Sand is here. Gives Drill Sand Rush. Reuniclus is immune to it with Overcoat, so we have that going for us. Obviously, this Mon is still a threat with base 164 attack, 100 HP, 150 defense, 120 special defense. It has 71 speed, but you know what it gets access to, guys? It gets access to Dragon Dance. Gets access to Dragon Dance, Crunch Stab, it gets Stone Edge, it gets Rock Slide Stab, it gets a lot of good moves. It gets access to Dragon Claw, Dragon Tail, Earthquake, Brick Break. If you want to run special, you actually can do a decent job hitting with a special move, like Flamethrower, like Blizzard, like I think it gets access to Ice Beam. So like, I don't know, Power Up Punch wouldn't be bad. Outrage, it gets Low Kick Iron Head, it gets access to Rock Polish, it gets access to a lot of different Thunder Punch, I think Fire Punch, Ice Punch, yup, all those punch moves. It's a great Pokemon, and I plan to use Mega T-Tar more on the attacking side than like as an attacker more than a defensive one. But next up we drafted something to help with, and Drill also is a rapid spinner, just so we're all clear. Next up I drafted a Mon that really helps with not being, it's immune to sand basically. Also in Sand, T-Tar's Spadef goes up, I think. Yeah, I think Spadef goes up. I've totally spaced about that when I was battling a T-Tar before, but that's cool. I know that now. It was a while ago. That was like 3 months, 4, 5. Like a year ago. Never mind. I was in a school or master's college then. It was like February of last year. That's almost a year ago. That's crazy. That's wild, guys. But next up we drafted a Mon that's immune to Sand. But it's a Mon I'm very familiar with, and that's Jingly Keys. That's actually a Mon I have a nickname for. Jingly Keys. Shout out to Alpha. Our Klefki. And Prankster is such a great ability first and foremost. Giving it access to moves like Spikes, which helps set that up. Also gets ruled. I also can run dual screens, so as in Light Screen and Reflect. It gets access to Magic Coat, so I can bounce back. It gets access to Switcheroo if I want to run Lagging Tail, which is creative Thunder Wave, Calm Mind, I guess. I don't know, Foul Play. I never really run this thing that much. Not that differently. Like, it gets access to Magnet Rise, which is really nice. It gets Play Rough as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, its physical attack is better than its... Oh, nope, that's you. But it's not too defensive, but it's mostly there to be a spike setter. So, it can get hits depending on what I use it with. But next up, I drafted a Mon where I was sitting there like, alright, I have my grass type. I kind of want to get a Firewater Grass Core within these next few picks. maybe a Fairy Steel Dragon Core, which would be cool in the next few picks. So I do have Klefki and Drilly already for like Fairy and Steel, even though Klefki serves as both. But Drill's still there, my Steel type, my main Steel type for the like most part. Gus obviously is there, but I decided to go with a Fire type with my next pick. And as my next 3 picks, I did draft a Fire, a Dragon type, a Fire type, a Dragon type, and a Water type. So that's pretty cool. But I went with one of my favorite actual Fire types that I never get to use. I wanted an E-Speeder. I wanted someone like a Hard. And so I went with Arcanine, who actually his nickname is Flareblood. I always nickname it Flareblood. Thank you. But it gets access to Intimidate, Justified, and Flash Fire, which are all great abilities that help out. I can run a Choice Band. I can run a Choice Scarf because its speed is awesome. It gets access to Extreme Speed, which is amazing. It gets access to Flare Blitz. It can run Agility, Close Combat, Morning Sun. It can be defensive with Morning Sun, Will-O-Wisp. It can be offensive. It can be special attacker, flamethrower, stuff like that. Flame charge if you want to be cheeky. It just has a lot of different moves that you can run on it, and it can be toxic setter. It can be submon. It can roar mons out, so it can help Klefki when it sets up spikes, and when Drill can potentially set up rocks along with T-Tar. We get the rocks up, we get the spikes up. He has no spinner, he has no defogger. Boom, boom, boom. We're roaring things out. We're just getting things going. I'm pretty sure you get access to Roar as well. There we go. Like, there's just so many options for this team, and I'm really excited for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and black out again, as usual, and we're gonna go ahead and pull up the next mon. But the next mon I did draft a that looks so weird. But we drafted a Dragon type, and this is a Dragon type I've been wanting to use for a long time, and that is the monster that is Kyurem. Oh boy, have I been wanting to use Kyurem for a long time. Its ability is pressure, but Kyurem can be run a couple different ways. You can run a Scarf, you can run Specs, you can run Life Orb, you can run Leftovers. It can be defensive as well as offensive as crap. Its Dragon typing means it has a lot of resistances, but Ice typing means it has a lot of weaknesses now in Rock. But it loses its Ice weakness, so it's weak to Dragon, Rock. Doesn't have a Fire weakness anymore. Dragon, Rock, I think that's it. Fighting. Is that really it? What was I tripping about? His weakness, his typing's great. Draco Meteor, drop a Draco on someone with 120, 130 special attack, 130 attack as well. So I'm pretty sure he gets access to Outrage. No one expects Outrage. You can literally run a Choice Band on it if you want to. Gets Dragon Claw. It just hits so freaking hard. Its special moveset is a little better than its physical, but we still have options with special, as in like Ice type moves, Stab, Ice Beam is there. I don't think it gets any like Avalanche. I think it's its best physical offensive move. Oh, he doesn't even get that. So yeah, if we don't need to run Stab, maybe we'll run Outrage Kyurem, which would be cool with Choice Scarf or Choice Band. But next up, I did go ahead and draft a Water type, and this added to my Regenerator core, so I don't have to use Reuniclus as a Regenerator all the time, Regenerator user. And I drafted the best Regenerator core possible after Reuniclus with Amoonguss. I drafted Alomomola. Go! They're goats together. They're literally like the bane of everyone's existence. When I battle, I use them. Wish, pass. That's literally what it's here for. Wish, protect. Boom! That's what you're there for. Wish, protect. That's literally Alamomola's role. I promise you. Wish, protect, and they get a couple knockoffs off. That's literally all it does. Its HP is freaking sky, freaking high. Attack is there. Defense is there. Its special stuff is lacking, so Scald might not be too obvious. We literally run Scald for burns, and obviously speed. Its main things are these top 3 right here. Those are its top 3 stats, and that's what we're gonna keep going with. Next up, we drafted another Psychic type, which I thought was interesting, but I didn't want to use Drill all the time for Rock Setter, and nor did I want to use T-Tar all the time for Rock Setter, because there's times where I want to run both of those as sweepers. So I decided to go with Uxie. I'm pretty sure Uxie gets Stealth Rocks. Oh, I was gonna flip. It gets Stealth Rocks. I know Azelf's the one that explodes, but you know what? It's okay. Uxie was there, and I now have a Cleric as a Heal Bell user, because I don't think Alomomola gets access to Heal Bell. No, it doesn't, and that's what sucks. That's the only thing that was sucking about that. So I decided to get a Cleric and get Heal Bell. It gets Giga Drain. It hits super hard with its 75 special attack. It just hits decently hard, but mostly it's going to be there for defense with the 130 in both defenses and 75 HP. It has access to Levitate, so we are immune to all those ground type attacks, and there's that. Then I went ahead and drafted something questionable. It was at the point where I got skipped a couple turns, and I was just unsure what to draft, honestly, at this point. And I saw Vaporeon, so I took it, but I don't think it's going to stay long. It has Water Absorb, which is useful. Alomomola and them do kind of the same thing, but different abilities. That's the only thing. Like, it really is going to be here to be a Wish Passer. Literally as a Wish Passer. But it has higher special attack, so the Scalds are going to do a little more. So I might end up keeping both of them. It just really depends, because they do little different things, but they basically do the same thing at the same time. So I'm really excited to use Vaporeon. Okay, I'm excited to use Vaporeon in this league, depending on how I don't know which one I'm going to keep. Probably Vaporeon, but that's just me. And last but not least, I went with my awesome cheeky pick, the GOAT himself, Combuskin. Chicken Fingers the Combuskin. Let me put his name on there now. Chicken Fingers, the GOAT, the absolute GOAT. I didn't put me and more on my Alamomola. And then I name you Ariel. Ariel. There we go. And you're shiny. You're shiny. Alright, there we go. Chicken Fingers, the Combuskin. Obviously its stats are mediocre. It gets access to Eviolite, so it's those mediocre stats go a little bit better. But it's literally mostly there for this. That's literally what it's there for. Speed boost, baton pass, passing something into a Kyurem, passing it into a Choice Specs Kyurem, passing it into a Drill, passing it into an Arcanine, passing it into a T-Tar. It's just passing it. Just I don't feel like I don't have as much offensive presence on the team, but I could even run you as offensive if I wanted to, and just put holes in teams as that speed could get higher. Chicken Fingers could put in a decent amount of work, but getting it into Kyurem, Arcanine or Drill would be nice, or T-Tar would be very nice, and that'd be put up my team to sweep. But I really like the Sand team. I'm excited to use them. I really want to see how well I use them in ABA. I don't know how many, like, if I don't record an ABA video, it's because either A, I just didn't have time because of the other ones that I'm required to upload, like PMU Gold I'm required to upload, which that draft analysis comes next. It's going to be up after this one. I'm going to put them all at like an hour apart, so like they're going to start at 10, it'll be 10, 11, 12, 1 for all of you that don't know my time, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 EST. That's kind of funny. Yeah. PMU Gold I'm required. MPL is already started, so I'm required to upload that. I'm not required to upload ITL. I'm not required to upload the Nameless Pokemon League one. Even though I don't think I will upload it. I'm not sure. We'll see. But like, uploads will come. If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. Like, my weekends are gonna be literally league battles. So like, from Friday to like Monday is just all league battle stuff. So that's that. Obviously Black is gonna still go up Monday and Friday. But like, that's basically that. But with that, I'm gonna get the cup out of here. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you kill the like button if you haven't already. Show your support by subbing. We've been getting a sub a day, which has been nice. So keep that up, guys. I really strongly appreciate it. The Mini Nation is growing strong, and I really appreciate it. But I'm gonna get the cup out of here. Thanks for watching this video. To the Mini Nation from the Noivern Nation. I'm out.